In this video, I want to go over my favorite 5 Apple Intelligence features that you might find useful on your iPhone. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. The first one I have over here is notification summaries. I find this to be very useful if you're getting a lot of messages, a lot of notifications in the notification center. It's automatically going to summarize that for you in a little quick summary. It is very useful when you have multiple notifications coming in from the same application. So you can see right now in the mail, the crypto app, the mail app as well, you can see there's different type of notifications coming through, and it's automatically going to summarize that for you in the first card. You can of course tap into it and then see all the notifications separately, but I do find it very useful having the ability to have everything summarized in one notification card, so you kind of get the gist of what those notifications are about. Now, Apple Intelligence is still in beta, so there are some issues with the notification summaries, but I'm hoping with future updates it's just going to get better. Next, this one kind of goes in hand with the previous one, but this is going to be the mail summary option. I actually use the stock mail application and I prefer to have it with all my emails signed in, and now that you can have the notification summary, you can also get mailbox summaries as well. So you can see right now, if I go through my email, it's automatically going to be summarized in the first 2 lines. Instead of it being just a regular email which doesn't disclose much information, you have to click into it before you see what the email is about. But now that Apple integrates this with the mail application, you can see all of those in just a few lines what that email is about. So you can quickly delete it if you don't need it, or you can just tap into it and go into it if it finds something that's of interest over there. But yeah, this is a really cool feature. I get some work emails and this just makes it a lot easier to see what that email is about without having to really click into it, and I find it to be very useful, and if you're using the stock mail application, I think you will too. Next, we have the Ask Siri option. You can always invoke Siri by just holding onto the power button, but my favorite way of interacting with Siri is double tapping on the home bar, and you can type in any questions that you might have, and it works really well. If you have any type of simple inquiries, it's going to automatically run it through Siri, and you're going to get a pop-up for that answer right at the top. But if it's something a little bit more complicated, since Apple Intelligence does have a collaboration with ChatGPT, it's automatically going to work with ChatGPT to get you the best answer possible. And you can see right now with the currency conversion, it's going to work directly, but if I ask it a little bit more complicated question, you're going to get a little notification at the top saying that it is working with ChatGPT to get that answer, and you're going to get a lot better answer than something Siri would come up with when it does work with ChatGPT. And you can see right here, it's a little bit more informative, and it's going to give you more of the information that you might be looking for compared to what Siri might provide. This next one is a really cool feature. It's called the cleanup feature in the Photos application. Whenever you take images and you have some images with like people in it that you don't want to see, or objects that you don't want to be there, you can actually clean up that image to make it a lot more cleaner. Once you go into the edit tab, there's going to be an option to clean up. This is only going to be available on devices that have Apple Intelligence, so a lot of the older devices will not get this feature. And you can see once you hit clean up, it's automatically going to highlight what you might want to clean up, and there's a lot of people in the forefront there where you can just tap on them and it automatically removes them from the image while still maintaining what should be in the image, so you're not going to lose any quality or anything like that. There is some hiccups here and there with sometimes when you're removing someone, it's not going to fill in that space properly, or it's going to have a little blur, but it does work really good for the most part, and I've used it in a lot of my images for Instagram stories and it worked out really well, and I have no complaints over there. But with some images you might see some hiccups here and there, and it might not be performing the best in certain images, but for what I've used it so far, it's been very useful, and I think a lot of people would definitely like this feature. And finally, we have writing tools. So if I go into the notes application over here, I have this quick blurb that I just wrote out really quickly, and this is something that I might be replying to a customer at work. So if I just highlight this message over, and there's going to be 3 options that you can choose between: friendly, professional, or concise. Since it's going to be for work, I'm going to choose professional, and it's going to rewrite that entire paragraph in a professional manner, changing the word tracking a little bit to make it a little bit more professional. And you also have other options like friendly, so if you're typing out a message and you're typing that to a friend and you want to make it a little bit more friendly, you can rewrite that in a friendly manner. And if you want to get your point across and just get rid of some of the words that you might have repeated, you can go into concise, and it's automatically going to get rid of some of the words to make it a lot more concise when you send that message out. It is really useful for me at work, and I can find this being very useful for students that want to rewrite a message if they're sending something to the guidance counselor or you're applying for a new job. There's different types of scenarios that you can find this to be very useful useful for. And there you have it. Those are my 5 favorite features in Apple Intelligence so far. Apple Intelligence is still in beta, so there's going to be further advancements with future updates, but as of right now, those are my 5 favorite features. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if there's a feature that you think might be useful for other people in the comments as well, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.